Hello there and welcome. It is time to react today to the first trailer for Logan, the final and third Wolverine Hugh Jackman standalone movie. He said that this will be his final one. Even after the last movie, he said he wasn't going to come back unless the script was really good. Take from that what you will. As far as we know, this will be Hugh Jackman's final time as Wolverine. Some people aren't really a fan of the fact that Wolverine's become such a main and central character for the X-Men cinematic universe, being basically the main guy that the story follows throughout the X-Men movies, the original trilogy for sure, and of course his standalone movies, as well as being sprinkled into the prequel type movies. First Class, he comes in there for the one F-bomb that you can have in a movie with that rating, and then being a major part of Days of Future Past as well. But in this movie, it'll be an R rating, so it won't just be the one F-bomb. There'll be probably more and more graphic violence. You'll actually be able to see him slicing people up, drawing blood everywhere, because it looks like he, as far as I know, him and Professor X have gotten much older. They're in a much more vulnerable state. But anyway, what I wanted to say about Wolverine being a central part of the movie universe is that he is also a fairly popular character in the comic book universe, being, of course, part of the X-Men and part of the Avengers. Of course, if you think of Marvel characters that are on both of those teams, then you probably think, well, Quicksilver, I guess. But then after that, you would think Scarlet Witch. But then after that, you would think Beast, I guess. But anyway, after that, you'd probably think Wolverine. So, he's one of the top 5 characters that you think of being on both X-Men and the Avengers, for whatever that's worth, I guess. Anyway, I actually enjoyed the first 2 Wolverine standalone movies, and don't leave yet. I do understand the shortcomings and that the full potential was not reached in some areas, but I think they're still quite enjoyable movies. I like rewatching them, stuff like that. But anyway, I'm obviously very excited to get a new movie as well. This one will have, of course, a different rating. It'll be a different time. It's set in the future, past any of the other movies that we've seen. And as far as I know, Professor X will be suffering from dementia, so that's quite a scary thought given the nature of his powers and the extent of his powers. As we saw in X2, he could, if he wanted to, hook himself up to Cerebro and wipe out the entire human race or mutant population. And so that's not the kind of guy that you want not being quite all there all the time. So that'll be quite an interesting topic and situation to delve into, I think, in this movie. And then, as far as we know, there's a young girl that'll be with them as well, presumably X-23. We've had some hints towards that from X-Men Apocalypse, but let's get to the trailer itself and see what's there.
Logan, what did you do?
Shaking.
Charles, the world is not the same as it was.
What? It's not an answer of what he did.
They're gone now.
All of them?
Today
to see
Ooh.
if I still feel.
Well,
I focus
that's
on
a
pain,
fairly good song choice for this.
the only thing that's real.
Where is she?
Beneath the stain
She's like you.
of time,
Very much like you.
the feeling
Very much. Okay, well,
disappears.
definitely X-23.
She needs our help.
You are
Someone come along.
someone else.
Someone has come along.
I am still right here, and you could
All right.
have it all.
Who's this guy?
My
Prosthetic arm?
empire of dirt,
It's another
I will lay
Phoenix type scene from Last Stand where
you hurt.
whole room's shaking, I think. That moment with Professor X.
Myself
Now this looks pretty intense.
fine.
Oops, someone else is coming at him with claws.
Logan. You still have time.
Holy. Wow, he's pretty beat up. Still have time for what? Ooh, speaking of time, March 3rd. Nice. Did not realize that it was going to be that soon. I didn't realize it was already going to be March 3rd, right in the spring. I thought this was going to be closer to the summer, maybe June or July, but that's awesome. Looks very intense, and it's going to be, I think, a lot more character focused, even though, you know, they've been standalone movies. I think they're really going to focus in more on the characters. Logan, Professor X. Doesn't look like X-23 is saying a whole lot, but we'll get a little glimpse of her character as well. I do hope that they don't go completely the comic book route now, because right now X-23 is kind of filling the shoes of Wolverine. She's taken on that name in the comics as a female Wolverine, but I'm not sure how much I like when they take a character that has been around for a while, which I feel is a cool character on their own, and then they try and slap one of the more popular characters' names onto it, like Captain America, Wolverine, Iron Man, Thor, all taking these characters that are already established, putting a name that's more popular to hopefully get more views. Oh, female Wolverine or Black Captain America. I feel like the characters like Falcon and X-23 are cool enough characters on their own, and they don't need that. But I don't know, that's just that could be another 20-minute video just talking about how I think they could still take these characters, have them fill the roles in these teams, like Falcon leading the Avengers, or X-23 kind of filling the shoes of Wolverine, but not completely taking on the name of Wolverine and stuff like that. But anyway, like I said, that could be another video. As for this trailer, I think it looks really awesome. I think that we'll see both Wolverine and Professor X in kind of very vulnerable states, no support at all. Not really sure who this villain is that's after them, or maybe specifically after X-23. I guess they were kind of making it look like that. I think that it'll be kind of a different Wolverine standalone movie. Also get a different side to Professor X. So I think that's all exciting, and especially giving it an R rating, giving them a little more freedom to do whatever they want action-wise, and all that sort of stuff. So let me know what you think about the trailer in the comments. You can also subscribe for more, and follow me on Twitter at DylanMcGill8 for updates when I upload new videos. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.